I never expected to see you again. Not this soon.
Playing gamer! Playing gamer! Game time, baby!
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Crying Gamer in the building. Glad you can join me for another review. It's been a while since I did a review, but this game demands a review. This review is for the Division 2, as you can tell from the gameplay that's going on in the background. This title was released on March 15th, 2019. The developer is Massive Entertainment. The publisher, of course, is Ubisoft, and it is an action role-playing, third-person loot shooter. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start off with the story. Pretty much after the events of the Division 1, Division agents receive a distress call from Washington, D.C., giving them intel that Washington, D.C. is under siege by various military, domestic, and criminal organizations. While you're there, you're advised that there's a cure for the outbreak, but you'll need clearance and you need to liberate civil settlements in the city, and many officials and important people were kidnapped by the group, which is known as the True Sons. And it's pretty much your responsibility to rescue, secure the hostages, and gain access to the cure for all diseases. This plunges you into a loot-based battlefield, man, which is really, really fun. Okay, we all like looks, right? We all judge things by looks. So we're going to start with the graphics. I played the PC version with max settings and HDR enabled, and I must say that the environment in this game is extremely detailed and is filled with life. It's vibrant, things shimmer, the sun gleams. It is wonderful to look at, very realized. This is Washington, D.C. at its finest. Actually very colorful and pops with HDR enabled, man, and almost blinds you in a good way. Like how you look up at the sun is that type of blinding, man, which is really good. The attention to detail is amazing. The streets are littered with debris, reflection, and shadows. Contrast between dark and light is amazing. And not only that, the attention to detail, to the graphics and all, but when you're hitting enemies, blood pops according to the amount of damage and location. For this scale of a game, I feel like Ubisoft really knocked it out of the park with this game. The Snowdrop engine is a sight to behold. I'm telling you, it's a sight to behold. Kudos to Ubisoft, man. They really put their foot, hands, whatever, inside the pot and really conjured up a graphical masterpiece. I mean, is it the best looking game on the market? No, but it is the best looking game based on the scale of how big this game is, man. The detail when you're inside of buildings is amazing. The detail when you're outside of buildings is amazing. They really put a lot of work into this, man, so hands off to them. Graphics amazing. Alright, moving on to the gameplay, because sometimes we look at games and then we play the game and the gameplay sucks. So how is the gameplay in the Division 2? Interaction, right? The gameplay is fun. It's a loot-based shooter. If you like getting toys, you're gonna love this. The shooter mechanics are visceral, and you're definitely are engaged in combat when you're shooting. I mean, they feel like battles. When you're trying to get from one A to B, it's almost like a mission trying to get from A to B, the amount of battling that you have to do to get there, if you so choose. Some instances you can run around, but for the most part, you're fighting for your life trying to get there, especially in the upper echelon tiers of the game. I was hooked on the shooting mechanics just as much as I was hooked on Destiny's shooting mechanics. To me, Destiny's mechanics for shooting, it just feels so good. And I have to say that the Division shooting feels very good as well. It's a very, very enjoyable experience. The bullets fly everywhere. There's always something to do. There's always something to control. Gain a territory, sabotage something, control, gather SDH tech to upgrade your items, and very intricate customization system for upgrading your weapons and your armor pieces and what have you. You also have the dark zone activities, and not only that, you have PvP, and when you beat the game, it goes into different tiers, which makes the game even harder, and you're actually invaded by the Black Tusk, man, which is awesome. Kudos to that. Moving on to sound. Oh my god. The game is nothing short of amazing. Bullets whiz by your head, containers explode in movie-style mayhem. The guns crack, they pop. The enemy screams and clamors for cover when they're wounded. Oh my goodness. The The sound direction is spot on, especially when you're using headsets. Your headsets will get work when you feel you can hear people running up on you from the left, the right. It is amazing, man. So turn up your stereo or put on your headset and enjoy sound bliss. It is very, very crispy. Okay, so how does this game perform? Because we all know that games on launch tend to be a shitty experience with crashes and frame rate drops and all kind of errors, but I am going to inform you that this game performs very well for a Ubisoft game out of the gate. I was expecting a glitch fest from Ubisoft upon release because that's what I'm used to, but my experience with the Division 2 only yielded a couple of crashes every now and then while playing. But the good thing with that is it puts you right back where you left off. So even if you're in some sort of raid or some sort of stronghold, you're going to get right back into the action where you left off. Another issue that I experienced is massive frame drops. When I went into the menu, like to adjust my video, my graphics, my sound, for some reason, the frame rate went down to nothing. So that's something that they're going to have to work on. I updated the NVIDIA drivers, which fixed it temporarily, but then after a while it resorted back to its old behavior. This needs to be taken care of. But all in all, I would say that I am pleased with the quality control of this game. A patch here and there will have this issue sorted out, and this game will be performing like a king. Okay, so what is the verdict, man? This game is definitely one of Ubisoft's top games in Ubisoft's catalog. It is deep, it's fun, it's addicting, excellent graphics, superb sound, gameplay is tight, and the story is very good, man. So all in all, I recommend this game if you're a loot shooter or just enjoy playing games with friends. Very fun game to play co-op, and it's also enjoyable and challenging to play solo as well. I can't wait to see what actually is in store for upcoming DLC on this game. I hope they just continue to up the bar more and more. I hope the DLC is just not some throw-on, tacked-on nonsense, but I actually hope that they put some time into it and make this game great. It already is great in my opinion, but even make it even better with DLC so it can prolong the life of the game. You can definitely purchase this with your hard-earned cash, man. This gets Crying Gamer's stamp of approval. It is a must. It is a must buy. And if I must give it a score, I don't normally like to give games scores because sometimes things are relative and it's the opinion when it comes to games, because there's games that get low scores that I have in my library that I enjoy. But since I must give this a score, I would give this a 9.5. It is an open world gem of a loot shooter, man. So enjoy your time in the Division. Enjoy your time in Washington, D.C. And the Crying Gamer will see you on the next video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss a video from the Crying Gamer, man. And let's game on and let's build together. Peace.